Howdy, y'all. It's great to see you here on this fine day up at Signal Hill. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen, 364 feet above the majestic San Pedro Bay. Let us give thanks to our good fortune. Yes, the hill has been a boon to the world. Yes, the world. Once the province of a few small communities farming cucumbers and cut flowers, the hill roared to greatness with the discovery of oil far beneath its craggy mount. Millions of barrels of black gold rolled forth to win the war. Yes, the war, bringing defeat to our nation's enemies, while our wages...
All right, Todd, calm down. Yes, it's true. The Hill provided a lot of aviation fuel that helped our country defeat its enemies in World War II, but we were just one of many contributors to that mighty effort.
Are you one of them naysayers? To meet in our little community of fierce patriots? While our wages...
Well, you can call me Ray. Ray LaMoretta. I'm an interested observer in all things Signal Hill. I've been around since the boys found oil in 1921. Honey draws the bees, you know. All those thirsty roughnecks and pipe fitters needed a place to go after a hard day in the oil fields. We had a saloon on nearly every corner. Just think of me as the ghost of Signal Hill Pass. There's lots of interesting pasts to talk about.
How come I ain't never heard of you? Are you famous? Like that Hopalong Cassidy? Now that there's a famous fella. Known and loved from coast to coast. He's even got his own TV show.
Oh, Hopalong Cassidy. Oh my, yes. I remember when Mr. Faulkner brought Hopalong and his horse to Signal Hill for all the children to see. Oh, that was a great day. And his horse is so intelligent, it winked at me. And Mr. Cassidy was such a gentleman. He greeted all the children and signed many autographs.
Well, I can't compete with a TV star and a horse. Miss,
I've forgotten my name. Jackson, Margaret Jackson. I'm president of the Ladies Auxiliary, and we've worked many times with Mr. Faulkner on his many projects for Signal Hill. Why, one time he chartered a boat and took all the children to Catalina Island for the day and bought ice cream for everyone. Oh, it was a great day that soon won't be forgotten, and he dresses so nicely. Oh.
Yeah, that was a great day, all right. Thousands of kids came to see good old Hopalong. And I should have done more of those things. Get out in the community more often. It's good for business, you know. But I was a busy man running my business interests, including the bingo clubs. You know, they called me the Bingo Baron of Signal Hill.
Oh, the bingo parlors. That's gambling, Mr. Faulkner. Oh, so many people losing all their hard-earned money on such sinful games.
Not only gambling, but other entertaining sources of revenue as well. I had my fingers in many different pies.
What are you talking about, Miss Ray? What kind of pies, for heaven's sake?
Well, we didn't sell lottery tickets, ma'am. Our patrons were quite clear about what they wanted.
Oh, what? Like food, soft drinks and popcorn?
No, ma'am. Drinks of a stronger nature and other natural products. We had live music and friendly and welcoming hostesses that, for the right price.
Now, Miss Ray, let's not go spreading rumors. But, you know, just think of all the tax revenue flowing into the city. Besides, I had lots of other business ventures on the hill. I ran boxing matches that featured some of the best fighters from across the state. While once we featured Eddie, the Beast McGraw, and Iron John McGinty. Wow, what a show.
To my recollection, his jaw was more of the glass variety than iron. But anyway, Todd, that is how you got your start, right? You promoted boxing matches all over the West.
No, like I said, I ran the boxing matches, managed the fighters, sold the tickets, anything to bring in the dough. But let's start at the beginning. I got my start throwing leather in every podunk town from Sacramento to Albuquerque. Oh, ain't that right, kid?
Yeah.
This here's my younger self, and he can tell the story of Kid Mexico and Tod Faulkner.
I thought I'd never get up here to talk about my life. Hey, Ray. Mrs. Jackson. I started fighting at 14 in New Mexico. It's how I got my moniker, Kid Mexico. I fought in every weight class that I could, from featherweight to middleweight. Over 400 professional fights.
Oh my, 400 fights. How did you survive such a violent enterprise?
Well, I survived because I was smart. Now, I took my share of kick knockdowns, but I gave back just as good. A fight announcer in Tucumcari said that I should be Kid Mexico. From that day forward, I was. Every little fight club that I went to, every auditorium, I always gave them their money's worth.
Yeah, those were some tough nights. There were some tough nights, all right. There were some nights I couldn't rub two nickels together.
Damn, I even fought in a parking lot. A parking lot, for crap's sake. FYI, I flattened the guy.
And I learned a lot from them fights. Never give in, fight to the end, and always look for the opportunity to do something no one expects.
And always be aggressive.
Right, kid?
Yeah.
So you might say that everything you needed to succeed in business came from trading punches with a bunch of palookas across America?
Well, you could say that, but I also learned to duck. I also learned how to handle money and to do something with it. To manage the best opportunity for using that money.
It was kind of a school of practical knowledge, all right. Managing the fights and running the bingo clubs taught me how to deal with a group of folks trickier than fight managers.
Who might that be?
Politicians, ma'am. Politicians.
But Mr. Faulkner, didn't you run for city council?
Yeah, but then I wised up and dropped out. You know what they say, too many politicians spoil well, everything.
Well, Todd, you certainly left your mark on the Hill. At one point or another, you owned or controlled a huge slice of the city's real estate. Whole block on Orange Avenue, if memory serves me.
True, but as they say, tax waits for no man.
Well, I don't know about that, Todd. We all miss those wild old days with the wildcatters, the oil derricks sprouting like a forest at the rim of the hill, speculators running around town throwing money at everyone like no tomorrow. But then those big oil companies came on in and put all the little operators out of business.
A forest of gold. Black gold. Good for the nation, good for the city, good for the Treasury Department, but maybe not so good for the average Joe.
Everything changed. Business rules tightened up, and the good citizens demanded a more sober approach to civic affairs.
Yeah.
Cheers.
So we sold out and moved out. The Hill had become a bit of a small pond, and we had bigger fish to fry. In Palm Springs,
That's
for
right.
example.
When Todd got older, he did return to the Hill, and he opened up the Kid Mexico Museum in his own house. And he charged $2 a head. Claimed it was better than Disneyland. What would Mickey say?
It was better than Disneyland. I don't care what that mouse says. Thank you for listening to my tale. And thank you to the Historical Society of Long Beach for giving me, the Bingo Baron of Signal Hill, another chance to tell my story.